All right, and we are ready to get to our next run. This is Disney Infinity Toy Box Takeover Extreme Difficulty by DerpyTails. Take it away.
Looking forward to day 2 of Fastest Place on Earth. And oops, and I didn't even mean to press continue. I meant to press new game. Give me a second. So Mabel Pines did win for the bid war, so I already have her set up, so we're good to go on that.
Awesome, awesome. I'm excited to see this run. This looks like a very fun playset or toy box game within Disney Infinity.
Oh yeah. I gotta wait for gotta wait for Olaf to load in, and then I'll do it properly. Okay, so let me go to load. Takeover. Actually, I believe I would have to go back to the main menu for this. Go to it. Let's do this right this time. Go to new game. Okay, now we're good. So it's gonna play like a 2-minute cutscene. So I'll just let the game tell and essentially show the story of how Takeover even started.
The load screens are quite long for this.
Well, it's console also, compared to Gold Edition that you run.
I'd say this place could use a little something. Hot dog! Now, all that's missing are my friends.
Hey, gang, remember me? Whoa, whoa, ouch! What was... a pineapple? Who brought a pineapple? Hey, if anyone should be upset, it's me. I mean, how is this fair? So many of you heroes, and I'm the only quote-unquote bad guy? I mean, unless you count those gray area folks over there. I say we even the playing field.
Wait,
Allow me to present your impending doom.
Give it up, Syndrome. You don't need to do this.
Counterpoint? Both solid arguments. Let's hear them again.
Syndrome!
You know what? I'll keep this magic wand, and you can keep them. Hope you brought lots of pineapples. Later, losers! Ha ha ha!
I mean, oh, flim flam florum! My apologies, but it is my duty to confiscate your magic wand. You are clearly not trained to use it responsibly.
But someone already took it.
Syndrome.
Syndrome, you say? And he's a local wizard, I presume?
He's actually more of a supervillain.
A what? Confound it all! In the wrong hands, magic can be dangerous. How could you be so careless?
Ooh, nice hat. Goes well with the dress.
Oh, now, pointing fingers isn't going to get us anywhere.
Okay, so
Which
timing
simply
is going to be
must
as
those
soon
ones back.
as I gain control. And start. So yeah, that's our story. Syndrome is saying, "Oh, I'm tired of us villains getting treated fairly, so we're just gonna take your wands and say, oh, if you want them back, then you're gonna have to fight for them."
Our magic
So,
wands are still in the
Takeover
possession
consists of
the
essentially
fellow who stole them.
5 different
And then
realms
based
with
on that
3
logic, I
randomized
suggest we search his lair.
hero destroyer levels, which we'll get
Blast
to
it
after the
all!
first
A
level,
magical
which will be
fort?
Pirates of the Caribbean
Why,
themed.
That's cheating is
Now,
what it is.
extreme difficulty is as it is. It's
Well,
essentially a harder
there
mode.
must
You
be
take more
some other
damage,
way in,
and bosses
and
can be a
we'll
pain.
find it. You mark my words.
So
He can't
we're gonna
be
go
clever
to the
enough
first
to have covered his
section
tracks
once.
completely.
Gonna go to the first section once I talk to Merlin here. So I should probably explain why I'm using Olaf throughout most of the run. It's actually for a couple different reasons. One, I have him at maxed at level 20, as you can see on the top left there. And 2, he's one of my favorite Disney characters, so it's a plus.
Your sidekick has
It's
the
gonna do a
ability to
little
heal you.
bit of his
Once
charge
you've been
attack, which is
healed,
called the Battle
you'll need to
Blizzard.
wait before your sidekick
We're gonna
can
use
heal
that
you
throughout the
again.
majority of the run, except for one section, which I will explain later.
Now climb aboard that pirate ship and give its crew the
So,
old heave-ho.
Pirates on Extreme isn't exactly that big of a deal. It's just when we get to the boss later, that'll be the issue. Okay. I mean, he bounced off there. But to do a little bit of a super jump there, because Olaf also is one of the characters that actually has a super jump if you hold the jump button as you're doing it. But yeah, Battle Blizzard's also the fastest form of movement for Olaf. So we're just gonna jump up here. This will be the first time I ever use my special for Olaf. You'll be seeing me use quite a bit in this run. As you can see, just chills around, lounges around, just takes out enemies left and right. The special's charged by either the Purple Spark or my sidekick, which in this case is Mabel, as she won the bid war. Now I also noticed she has like a green combat hat on. That'll actually will help not only charge my life, but will also charge my special meter too for how long I hold her. So I'm just disposing of these enemies because every time I try to do something with Mabel, she's gonna charge at them immediately. So it's better if I just take them out now before she gets to them. With the other attack that I love to use with Olaf, which is this carrot nose, and see how she's immediately going to the enemies when I don't want her to. So we're gonna grab her because we're gonna perform the first trick of the run. The first trick I'm gonna try to do. Hold on. Can I get it?
You will benefit
I
from
did
throwing
not.
your sidekick into any
Oh.
sidekick door
My
you
trick
see.
was I was trying to get her into the cannon early to skip a cutscene, but unfortunately I was a little off of my position. So we're gonna do it the normal way, and she's gonna get launched into that ship and ram into the pirates to unlock the next section. Alright, so now we're just going to Battle Blizzard through here. And we're going to get to our first one of the first grinding sessions of the run. And then we're just going to do a little bit of a sequence break here. There we go. The range attack also gives a little bit of hover when you're doing it. We're just going to go through these enemies here. We don't have to fight them. These enemies we do have to fight, and I'm just going to carrot nose them.
Oh, hang it all! He's blocked our way with a magical spell of some kind. It's always something with him, isn't it?
There we go. I also gave Mabel the machine gun because it's probably the most, it's also got the most DPS. There is a better weapon out there that's like a black hole generator, but I don't have it unlocked in this profile. So, and I'm pretty sure you also need to be high stats. Okay, I'm gonna heal here. Another good thing about Takeover is your sidekick can heal you. On the upper left screen where Olaf's picture is, you'll see like a medical cross. And whenever that's charged and it says LB, that's when I have the ability to heal, and it also heals my sidekick at the same time. So I have to make sure my sidekick is healed, or else he gets knocked out for a bit, and that'll also put me into trouble, and I'll lose Olaf.
Pay for that.
Alright, come on, take you down. Thank you. I'm gonna grab on to Mabel so I can charge. The only downside to holding a sidekick is you can't battle Blizzard. So I'm just gonna do these constant super jumps for movement tech. Oh, Izzy, you were about to say something?
Oh, no, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so yeah, we got another ray going here. I'm going to use my heal. But yeah, as you can see, extreme difficulty, bosses hit you harder. Yep, okay, Olaf is taken out. So I'll have to go with my newest character that I'm going to be using for this run. So, using Sam Flynn here, he essentially is the same thing as Olaf. It's just, the only difference is that Olaf runs a little faster, like I said, with Battle Blizzard. So, I'm going to have to use Sam Flynn for the boss, which is not ideal, but I can deal. Oh, wait, where am I? Oh, you. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to deal you my special. I can knock you constantly hit. So Sam's special is essentially like a nod back to the original Tron, where he holds up his identity disc and he does like this beam attack. And I'm trying to get trying to pick up Mabel here. The other good thing about Sam, though, he also has a super jump. So movement tech is not exactly any different. I'm just going to use identity disc. Not getting hit in the process, because you have to also worry about environmental hazards as well here. I don't know why, for some reason, my right thumb, I mean, not my right trigger's starting to stick a little bit. This is not good. Okay, so barrier is down, so now we're going to get ready to face our first boss, which will be Davy Jones. I'm actually going to hold on to Mabel while I'm doing this so I can heal.
Down to the depths with anyone
So
who
normally
challenges me.
here I would be using Olaf with his special, but in this case I'm just going to use Flynn to do this. So now we're going to go to our first cannon section. There we go.
You'll get no mercy
So
from
now
me.
we have a bunch of areas we have to dodge, and they have pretty big hitboxes, so I have to be careful. First one isn't too bad, it's just the second wave that's the problem. So I'm gonna drop Mabel, I'm gonna special again.
A pleasure. Sure.
So now we go on to the second phase of the cannons.
Fire!
So I can see there is more active targets. Okay, I'm glad I dodged that. Okay, one last one. And then Davy should be coming back down. And one more special. And that's him done. Now we're going to grab this map piece here.
Now grab what he left behind and hurry back. He just look for a passage.
And I'm
of
just
some
gonna
sort
collect the
between that
sparks just for
world
fun.
And this one.
Okay, so that's Pirates done, with sadly with Olaf defeated for that. But the good thing is, a character's only defeated for that map, and I can easily put him back onto the base in a second. So I'm going to do that while we're loading. Which is another reason why I wanted to use a base cam for both my runs in the first place. To show that, yes, I actually am using physical figures for Disney Infinity, and it's fun to let people see them as we are doing this. So first, we're getting ready to do our first Hero Destroyer level, which is essentially RNG the level. So what will happen is, each Hero Destroyer level will have 3 sections. One will be your normal, typical hack and slash level. Second could either be a vehicle section, animal riding section, Or it could be like a limit section where you're forced to use a certain weapon. We're hoping not for vehicle sections too much, because they're like the slowest part of the slowest part of them. And then the third is always a boss fight, and it can either be something like Loki, Barbossa,
You're just who I've
or
been waiting
Boba
for.
Fett,
In fact,
or
I've been
Darth
working on a
Vader, or
special little
Darth
area
Maul. It can be
just
like a
for
random
you.
selection of
I'm
villains.
calling it the Hero Destroyer. Working title. It's
So,
violent,
since I
scary,
explained
and
that, I'm pretty
completely
much just gonna
terrifying.
see if
You're
Izzy
gonna
has
love
anything to
it.
say while we're doing this, because this isn't exactly gonna take that much. So, Izzy, if you have anything to say, go right ahead.
All right. Well, I just want to remind everyone that we are raising money for Prism, which is an LGBTQ charity in Southern Florida. Prism provides LGBTQ inclusion, education, and sexual health resources for youth ages 15 to 24 in Southern Florida. With the recent Don't Say Gay bills making it LGBTQ inclusion and education resources hard to access for the Florida community, this organization works to combat that bill with openness and inclusivity to all. So you can type !donate in the chat to donate to Prism, or you can type !Prism to learn more about the charity. So definitely be sure to check that out. Back to you, Derpy.
Thank you. And I actually did forget to say a couple things when it comes to this Hero Destroyer levels, because I also forgot these dark clouds exist. That's what you get for not playing Takeover for quite a while. So yeah, the dark clouds are essentially an instant kill, instant destroy, I'll call, because you actually break apart like a toy. So if you get hit by one of those, you essentially lose your character for the section, and I have to switch. Which is why I also included Sam Flynn in my rotations. But I also have a third character, which you probably most likely won't be seeing till the final Syndrome fight. So we're just gonna hop on here just for a little bit of speed. Try to get on this rail, not get hit by these hammers. So now we have mines, and we have, of course, we get the symbiote enemies, which I'm actually fine with. It's the brave enemies I'll have the issues with if I get them. Because those are the ones that are essentially like bullet sponges. Or should I say carrot nose sponges. So now we're waiting for the next section, and let's see what we get. And we get a vehicle section.
Vehicle lockdown.
Of
Oh,
course.
this is
And of
getting
course, we're
good.
riding in Wreck-It Ralph's little little truck here. So vehicles work like this. You essentially hold the right trigger to go. You can hold left trigger to drift, which will give you turbo, which really doesn't really matter too much in this run. It only matters like in Speedway.
Your sidekick is out.
But you can also press the right bumper button to flip. And okay, yeah, there goes Olaf. I'm gonna switch
Looks
back
like
to Sam
my
Flynn.
Hero Destroyer is now fully operational.
Also, my sidekick is knocked out, so that's not even good. I'm just gonna quickly see it. Oh, never mind. This is gonna put me right back in the vehicle. I'm just going to try to take the save while they wait for me able to respawn. So I'm just going to just constantly do this. Okay, Mabel did respawn, but I gotta wait for her to recharge to the heal. So I'm just gonna quickly just go around and then track, wait for her to respawn. I mean, not respawn, wait for the heal to come back. Okay, almost there. Okay, heal is back. I'm gonna heal, so now we're gonna deal with the enemies. We got 3 left. These guys. 1. And there you go.
Was that supposed to be hard?
Alright, so now we're going on to the first boss of the run with Hero Destroyer, because there's 3 Hero Destroyer levels. Alright, so who do we get with this? Because this one will... I could pretty much just do anybody at this point. Okay, so we get...
You from around here?
I actually don't remember the name of the character, but he's from Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, Ronan, there you go. Thanks, game. So, I'm just gonna let Mabel finish him off.
Nice.
What? You survived? How is
Okay,
that
so
possible?
now we're gonna go back to the hub. I'm gonna switch back to Olaf. Also, chat, if anyone is still watching, feel free to ask any questions throughout the run, and whenever I'm not busy, I can happily answer them for you.
Yeah, definitely. One of my favorite parts about Toy Box Takeover is like most Disney Infinity playsets are confined to one universe or one set of characters, and this is kind of the first playset that really includes all the characters and has an interconnected story throughout multiple Disney universes.
Yeah, that is the coolest part, in my opinion. It's the same reason I like Speedway as well. It's also the same way that you can use anybody. It's just the only difference between Speedway and Takeover with that exclusivity is the fact that you can't use a car in Takeover, but you can use it in Speedway. So now we're going to go to the next section, which is Metropolis. So if you haven't had enough Spider-Man from after Bacon Guy's run, we're going to have even more Metropolis. So, this is the section I was mentioning earlier that we are not going to Battle Blizzard. And the reason I will say in a bit after we are done with this section coming up.
I'm having a difficult time deciphering this map of yours. But we know what we're looking for is in there somewhere, so ask around if there's anyone worth talking to.
Okay, so here we go. Let's do
Just leave
this.
it to me.
Take care of these guys first. I'm just going to turn off this flamethrower so it doesn't hurt me, because any little bit of damage will not help my run, especially on extreme.
Hey, now we can be
Yeah,
friends.
definitely want to save as much of that health as possible.
Yeah, and I would also be using Joy here technically, but I actually put her away after I was done with Speedway, so I don't feel like digging her out right now. But yeah, the reason I don't want to do Battle Blizzard in this section is because if I do it, for some reason it causes the game the section to soft lock and I have to restart. It despawns that NPC right there, and if you can't talk to him, then I can't do anything about it. I'm going to heal here because I took a bit of damage from the symbiotes. Okay, so now we're going to talk to this random bystander, if I can. So, he's got a couple of buddies that are, like, being captured by these, like, hulking brutes. So, I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go to the first one. I'm going to grab the special capsule here, which will refill my meter. And we're going to do a little bit of summer. Just to, okay. I get literally taken out like that. That's cool. I might have to use Joy at this point. But also, fun fact, when you use Sam Flynn or Core, because they're actually both figures in this, they actually, when you defeat an enemy, they actually show like a de-res effect. So I thought that was a nice little bit of tidbit trivia for you. Ooh, lost it there. Okay, so now we saved his buddies. And we're gonna grab like this giant key. And we're gonna unlock this little panel here. So now we have these guys that we're not even gonna deal with because they're not mandatory for this section. But I am gonna be like super careful. So gotta be careful with these squid legs because they are also instant kill. Yep, and as I said that, give me a second. I actually am going to get out Joy real quick for this. Because the best thing about Joy is that she actually has a self-heal. The only thing is she doesn't have a super jump. So...
Yeah, the self-healing ability for Joy is very nice, and she also has a little hover for her double jump, but unfortunately no super jump for this run.
Yeah, that's the sad part. You are right about that. So that takes care of that barrier. So now we're gonna do a little bit of doing a little bit of rescues after I talk to this fireman here. So I believe it is 5 I have to save correctly. Yes, it is 5 characters I have to save. I'm going to hold Mabel for a bit as I charge, because we're gonna go to our first. We're gonna go to our first person that we have to save, which is Nurse Joy here. So shout outs to any Pokemon players here. So put her here, and then we're gonna go to the next one, which will be right around here. You also might notice some like treasure chests around. Those aren't really important, as all they really do is either give you food for your sidekick to raise their stats, or give you weapons that they are used in like future playthroughs if you wanted to. I'm not going to be bothering with them right now, as they're not really important for this run. But I usually do pick them up if I'm playing this casually. So, time to go to our next person to save here, which is this little girl here. They're gonna pick her up, and we're gonna do our best Tony Hawk. So we're just gonna hover on down here, and we're gonna drop them off. Okay, and the last 2 should be up here. I'm going to leave that one alone for right now, because I'm going to come up to this one right here. Just to save a little bit of time. To pick you up. I'm going to drop you off at the rescue site. So now we're going to pick up this Nurse Joy here. And we are going to drop them off. So now we're going to go back to our little fireman here, and he's going to give us another big key.
Your sidekick has been defeated.
And we're just going to go over here to this lock gate. I do have max special, which is good, because I'm going to need that for the boss coming up. We also have another dark cloud coming our way, so we have to be careful.
Stay away from that thing. I imagine it's as dangerous as it looks.
Okay, Mabel is knocked out, but that's no problem because she'll respawn by the time we get to our boss.
Aha! A treasure chest! And all
So,
that's
surprise,
standing
our
away-
boss here is somehow a very
yeah.
jacked
Well,
Venom, which
best
I never
of
knew
luck.
how big Venom can be. I'm used to seeing him lustily, but not that big. So, like what we do with Davy Jones, we're essentially just going to constantly use special as much as possible.
Spreading the joy around. Let there be joy.
Then I'll just use some of my charge shot.
You will pay.
Okay, there's the heal coming in. Okay, and we have Venom defeat.
Treasure back here, and I'll try to help you figure out what it is.
So now we have to go grab this map piece. And we're just going to return to the hub, and I'm going to switch back to Olaf.
Awesome. One question I have for you is how many Disney Infinity figures do you have, or how many can you remember having?
If I can remember off the top of my head, I would say at least 30, because I have them from like all sorts of different generations, like from 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. Mainly like,
That is a lot.
but I also have like multiple power discs as well as almost every playset for 3.0, except for Rise of the Empire against the Empire. But I have everything else, so Twilight, Inside Out, Battlegrounds, Finding Dory, Takeover, Speedway, and I believe that's pretty much it as far as I know in 3.0. 2.0, I have both the Stitch and Merida ones that you got with the starter pack for the Disney originals, but I don't have any of the Avengers ones or Spider-Man, for the matter.
Yeah, I know me personally, I have all of the Inside Out figures, all of the Finding Dory figures, and all the Toy Story figures. And I know somewhere, I don't know where, but our family had several like 2.0 and 1.0 figures from my childhood, but I don't know where those are right now. So definitely fun to collect those if you get a chance.
Oh, definitely. Like, there's some I actually got just because I wanted them in my collection. Like, for example, the crystal figures, like I mentioned in my run yesterday. They're essentially the same figure. It's just the only the difference is that they obviously have like a see-through, like crystal look, and they also look different in game too. And I also recently like picked up like Rapunzel because I actually like the character in general, and I figured she would be a nice figure to have. I'm hoping soon enough to get like Alice from there. Because funnily enough, the only Alice in Wonderland character I actually have in Infinity is Time. Yes, that's actually his name. But I don't have Alice of the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, I feel like collecting the figures, even if you don't plan on playing the games or you play the games on PC when you don't need the physical figures, it's still fun to collect them and just show them off.
Yeah, I mean, to some people, it's also still considered like the same. I think it's pronounced DisneyNaa, like essentially like Disney memorabilia.
Yeah, the one figure that I would love to get but probably won't is the unreleased Peter Pan figure that there's like a handful floating around, but it's very rare and because it was never released.
Yeah. I actually also mentioned that during my Speedway run too the other day, that there was some like unreleased stuff that's technically in prototype. Like I think there was supposed to be a Goofy figure out there too, but he was actually replaced by Olaf.
Yeah, and there was also a canceled Moana playset, I believe, that there's like alpha or beta footage of out there that never got released. Which
Yeah.
is super interesting to see footage of.
Yeah, if only we gotten the 4.0, but sadly, with Avalanche and Disney Interactive closing, that'll never happen.
Yeah, the Disney Infinity cancellation really caught a lot of people by surprise, and it really happened all of a sudden that just all of a sudden everything got shut down, with lots of projects, Disney Infinity projects, kind of in progress at the time.
Yeah, also fun fact, 3.0 is actually one of the only games I actually platinumed with the PS3 version at the time, when online was still a thing at the time. And it was, like, pretty fun, too. It was essentially, like, the only mode I can remember off the top of my head was, like, this paintball thing that was similar to Splatoon, where you had to, like, cover a majority of the stage in your color. Okay, so...
Hey, you
oh,
look
they
like
gave
you're
me
itching for some
a
imposed
limited weapons
limitations.
section, which is way better than the vehicle section, and it's actually a competent weapon, so I will definitely take that. I think the best weapon, in my opinion, in this, if you can get it, is Mabel's cat launcher, which actually shoots, like, cat heads. Yep.
Well, it was a
there
good
goes
run.
Olaf.
Kind of panicked
Next.
and cowardly run. Still good, though.
So, the only downside, like I said, to the weapons that they give you here is you are limited to that weapon. You can't, so if you, like, get a ranged one, you can't use your ranged. You get, like, a melee one, you can't use your melee. So in this case, with, Sam Flynn here, I can't, use his identity disc. So I'm gonna hold on to Mabel for a bit while we, super jump over these lava pits. These are also instant, kill. So, let me get into position, and I'll let Mabel go. So, do a little bit of healing there while we're taking care of these enemies. Do a little bit of melee, which you really don't see that often with me using Sam. 4 is more of the melee between the two legacy characters. Wait, where am I missing one? We're going to go back. Come here, mate. So, I should also say this about the sidekicks from the bid war. It really didn't matter who won anyway, because they're all would have the same, like, setup. It's just more of a, like, a personal, like, character preference. Okay, seriously, where's this last enemy I have to take care of? Unless I'm missing something. Oh wait, there's another section of... okay, there you go. There's my other people. Yeah, Hero Destroyer levels are also pretty confusing. It's essentially like a maze. And you have to you literally have to defeat every enemy to progress.
Nice.
So now we're gonna go on to our second boss. Oh, who do we get? Okay, we funnily enough get Syndrome.
Hi.
But unlike Syndrome with the final boss fight, he won't be as annoying as he will be there. So he's just easy to take down there. And that is Hero Destroyer 2 done.
Hard one?
Syndrome Jr., the
this
mini
was
boss
just a
version.
trial run, baby.
Yeah, Syndrome the mini boss edition. So
Syndrome is definitely I think, in my opinion, the best Pixar villain. He's so well written and just has such an interesting backstory to him.
yeah, I'm actually going to agree with that. I think the other one, in my opinion, for most, I also can give that credit to Lotso or Order News from Monsters Inc.
Lotso is pretty good, and Water Noose is decent as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping one day, going back to Infinity Talk, I'm really hoping one day to actually find Mike and Randall as figures. I mean, I have Sully, I just don't have Mike or Randall. Which is funny, because I actually have them in Speedstorm, but I don't have them in Infinity. So now we talk to Merlin again to unlock the third
So
section,
this is the
which will be
pleasure,
a
is it?
Wild West themed after Lone Ranger.
Appears to be a
Sorry,
combination to a safe
Lone
or
Ranger.
bank vault of some kind, smudged beyond legibility.
Oh, I forgot to switch back to Olaf. Let me take care of that real quick.
Right, we'll worry about the
Gotta wait
combination
for Merlin
later.
to start
First, we
talking
must
so
find
that
the
I can
vault.
switch to Olaf.
Invaders! Quick now! Take care of those troublemakers before they take care of you!
So we're gonna battle Blizzard here and make sure it's stream. I also made sure to do before time to actually set the difficulty in general to extreme, which is why bosses hit me so hard too.
Oh, yes! I see you've arrived in the Old West. Dusty place, isn't it? Now you go look for that bank vault while I try to decipher this combination.
All right, so here's the first mob I have to take care of.
They like warm hugs. I bet you'd like some hot cocoa. Wonder where we would get that.
Good thing the carrot nose does have a good amount of range, so that should be no problem. And it bounces off of enemies too at max charge. Oh, just picked up a piece of food there. All right, so let's get this key. Oh, no, now we got a enemy just going in and say, hey, it's my key now. So now we have to defeat yet another mob, so let's take care of that. And they're all going to be separated into these buildings here. You might have also noticed some coins throughout the levels. Again, those aren't important for any percent. They're just there essentially to give you more parts for the toy box, which is the reason it's actually called Disney Infinity in the first place for people who don't know is it's essentially you can actually create your own levels in this. Let me get up here so I can heal. I'm actually going up here. So that was not worth it, so let me take care of these guys. Oof. And Olaf's down. Excuse me. So, like Olaf, though, when you charge Sam's identity disc, it also can bounce off of multiple enemies. So now we're just going to grab this key here and unlock the next section. So unlock this gate here, and we're going to go to our first escort. Well, actually, to one of our escorts anyway, because we already did the rescue mission earlier during the Metropolis. Sorry, Upper Manhattan. I keep saying Metropolis because Marvel and DC. So, the mission here, we have to get 3 horses that are being blocked by enemies, and we have to get them all back to the little ranch there. So, let's go and take care of that. So, I'm just going to use Sam Special here just to take care of these enemies, just out of caution. So, okay, horses there. Back up. You can also, if I remember correctly, I think it's, yeah, it's left trigger that you can use to speed up when you're on a mount. So, now we're going to go up here. I'm going to go to the next horse. And again, I'm actually going to use Sam's Special here just to clear out any enemies for right now. For less of a hassle. last wave. Alright, rather on this horse. And do that. So now we're gonna save a little bit of time. Gonna try to save a little bit of time. Up. Not. Fine. So now we have one last wave to deal with to get to this horse. I'm going. Huh. Strange. I thought it had a longer radius than that. That's fine. So wave. Yeah, I'm gonna heal if I can get up. Okay, and just ride this last horse down, and then a key will pop up. So I'm gonna grab Mabel just to charge my special up, because we're gonna deal with another wave in just a second. So we're gonna enter this key here. Okay, this one person is being annoying. So got another dark cloud incoming, but it won't be there for long. Once we defeat this wave, it'll go away. So unfortunately, because of that, I cannot use my special, because when you use your special, you're essentially standing in place. And when you're standing in place, when you get a dark cloud going around, that's essentially instant death. Okay, so that's that taken care of. We're going to do a little bit of a time save here that the devs actually intend for you to do. So we're going to go up here. We're going to hit this button. And the train's going to, little minecart's going to come here and take out all these enemies for us. Except for that one for some strange reason. So now we're going to go on to the puzzle element of this stage. And we have another dark cloud coming. So we have this bank vault here that we're going to want to crack the code with. And if I remember correctly, I believe the code is 314, if I remember correctly. Yep, that is 314. Oof. Okay, that was close. Almost lost Sam there. Now we got that. We're going to want to go up. I believe it is right here I have to go.
Well, come on back and we'll have a look at it.
Yep, right here. All right, and we're going to go back to the hub for the last hero destroyer. So hopefully this last hero destroyer will treat me right and not give me a vehicle section.
Report, the Hero Destroyer is finally up and running at full strength. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get rid of you once and for all, shall we?
Alright, let's see what enemies they give me. I hope they don't give me the Spirit Bears from Brave here. Or the Frost Giants. I would not like to have either. And they give me... I'm actually going to grab Mabel here, charge my special while we're doing this. They gave me the Spirit Bears. That's not good. Because if you don't watch out where you're going, they will like take you out essentially in an instant. But so far I'm doing all right. I'm getting more like smaller ones than like giant Spirit Bears, so that's nice.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Of course you do.
All right, we got $25 from Echo Tree. The message is "Let's go DerpyTails," and that puts us over the $250 mark. We're at $255, over halfway there. Let's see if we can get to our $500 goal by the end of the night. Thank you so much for that donation.
Yes, and thank you for the praise there, Echo. Appreciate it. So now we're just gonna do this little climb here, a little shimmy here. Okay. Oh, I was still attached. Alright, doing so good so far in this stage. Okay, yeah, now they're starting to hit. That's not what I want. Okay, leave me alone, please. You know what, screw it, I'm going special. I don't have a dark cloud on me, so it's perfectly fine. Okay, good, I didn't lose Olaf. So now we're going on to the second section, which again, I'm really hoping I don't get a vehicle section. Okay, no vehicle section, but we do have a mount, which I'm actually fine with. Funnily enough,
You
we're
ready to
on
ride?
Abu.
Like you have a choice.
Oh, and we get the freaking Omni droids, which you'll see later on in the run as well. And apparently we have, I think this is Jack's Pumpkin Bomb, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna heal here not only for my sake, but for my sidekicks. Because when you heal with the left bumper, you also heal your sidekick as well for a bit. So, I'm gonna try not to get hit too much by these Omni droids. Yup. And I lost Olaf, so switching with Sam.
Looks like my hero destroyer is now fully operational.
Gonna use my ult real quick. Okay, that's good. I managed to do that before it made me hop back on the mount. So avoid this little tripwire here because it's a minor inconvenience. Gonna do more of this. So maybe after I'm done with this, while we're in the middle of the loading screen, I can quickly dig out some of my crystal figures to show people what they will look like. So got one more left, and that's the end of the RNG with that one. So now we have one last part with the Hero Destroy levels, and we're pretty much done. And then we just have to do 2 more regular levels, and that'll be the end of the run.
Awesome. Well, while this loading screen is going on, I would just like to mention that that previous donation from Echo Tree was going towards the Toy Story 3 Toy Box Mode 100% character selection, and that was towards Buzz Lightyear. So Buzz Lightyear is currently in the lead at $25, but you still have pretty much all day to have Woody or Jesse take the lead. That run is later in the day. So if you want to see Woody or Jesse for Toy Box Mode 100% in Toy Story 3, be sure to get those donations in.
How did you do that?
Great to hear. Also, fun
You
fact
sly
regarding that
dog.
Toy
You've been
Story
holding
3
out on
marathon
me.
thing run. It's also
hold
on the
on,
same
just need to make-
engine as Disney Infinity is, funnily enough. I think same developer too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was the same developer, Avalanche Software. It was kind of the predecessor to Disney Infinity. It was kind of their first crack at this style of game.
Indeed. I mean, I tried a little bit of Toy Story 3, but it's just really wasn't my forte, to be honest. But again, everyone has their own likes.
Yeah. And that game, Toy Story 3, also has a toy box mode, and so does this game have a toy box mode as well. However, the toy box mode in Disney Infinity is a lot more advanced and is basically just a game engine at that point. Being able to create your own levels and make all sorts of fun stuff. Lots of creative stuff has been created in toy box mode.
Indeed. I actually created a, not an advanced one, but I created like a basic toy box at the time, back when you could actually upload levels to the site. It was more like a little mini course for racing. I called it Memory Speedway, where essentially I took like components from like, I did like a Tron Legacy background with the rainbow track from Wreck-It Ralph. And I made it to try and make it like the the command symbol like you see in Apple computers. Because actually, I actually liked that kind of keyboard at the time, back when I was in like elementary school. So while we're in the loading screen, I'm going to look for more of these crystal figures real quick. I'm sure they're buried somewhere in my little lot here. Got another. Like I said, I only own 3 crystal figures, which is Buzz Lightyear, Lightning McQueen, and Sorcerer Mickey. But there's others like Jack Sparrow, Sully, I think Lone Ranger is another one. And, oh, Woody and Jesse are also in that list too. I at least know Woody is. Also, we're going to skip these stormtroopers here because they're not necessary. So, for convenience's sake, I'm going to use this button to drop these stormtroopers off so I don't end up getting myself hurt. Oops. That was a little risky. Do that. Now I'm going to heal real quick. We're just going to jump up here because we're going to go to a grinding section. Now, you'll probably notice that there's also, like, blue sparks throughout the level, too, as well as orange. Well, I'll explain the spark system as we go on, and I think it's similar to how Toy Story 3, I think, works as well, if I remember correctly. Green sparks heal your health, purple sparks give you special, orange sparks increase your XP, but they won't matter because my Olaf is at max level, and blue sparks are essentially the currency of the game where you can buy new toy box parts. So, we gotta be quick on this section right here, because it will close on us if we're not too careful.
Near the door appears to be pressure sensitive. Step on it, by which I mean both.
So, let's go through there, unlock this gate.
Hurry up!
Okay, so we're gonna try. I'm actually going to special here, because I don't want to risk my Olaf getting KO'd at this point. So, just grind through this rail here. Come here, Mabel. I'll pick you up. Here we go. Pop here. Here. Now we're gonna come up to a section that we have to do.
I don't mean to alarm you, but watch out!
On me, just gonna skip over you guys. So now we have to go up here to get this key. I'm gonna drop, well, actually accidentally throw Mabel. Going to go up here, get this key. Lock this section, which will contain another button that we have to do. I also do move fast because there's Dark Cloud here. So now we have to. Now we're at the section that I have to do. So let me take care of these stormtroopers here.
Watch out! Watch out! Here we go.
I'm gonna heal here just to safety's sake. I got it in. Good.
Watch out! Watch out!
Okay, I think it's about to take care of. Yep. So that takes care of that Dark Cloud, and we got this gate and this force field down. The only bad part about Olaf's like super jump, it's not exactly the best super jump. So compared to something like Sam or like any of the superheroes, it's a little lackluster. So do their best parkour. Gonna hit this button here to lower this little force field here to grab our key. Down here, safe land. Then we're just going to battle Blizzard. So now we're gonna go up to another section that I have to do. I could technically write that AT-AT, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to special here. Okay, now we're gonna grab Mabel so I can heal myself. Past these guys because they're not necessary. Okay, these guys are necessary though, so let me take them. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I actually am getting close to the boss. Okay, yeah, I actually am getting close to the boss, so for a different move, I'm actually going to intentionally switch to Sam for this one. And you'll see why in just a second. So, I'm going to grab Mabel here to charge up my special as fast as possible. Because we're going to get to our next boss. So, here's our next boss, which is Darth Vader.
Now, don't be alarmed. Fear is the enemy. Just
So the
one
reason
step
I'm
at a time.
using
You
Flynn
can
here is
do
because
it.
the special actually lasts longer than Olaf's, and I should be able to take him out easily. And that's Darth Vader done.
Well, I'm not sure what that little.
So now it's
outing
gonna
was meant
ask us to press
accomplish,
this
but at
button here.
least You're safe. Come on back, and we'll strategize our next move.
Press it multiple times because it won't trigger until it says it's triggered. Also, now we're gonna go back to the hub, potentially for the last time. Because we're gonna get on to our final level of the marathon. Come on, loading screen. I know you can do it. There we go. So, fun little Easter egg coming up. Once the Olaf loads in anyway. And there's your Easter egg. So now we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna go on to the final section, which is Syndrome's lair.
Oh, whatever you did certainly took care of that wall. Quick now.
Now,
before he
the
rebuilds,
parts
get
leading
in
up
there
to
and
Syndrome
find
can be a
those
little
walls.
annoying with the Omni droids.
Got it.
So I'm hoping to get some good luck here. So Syndrome's lair, stream mode. By the way, once I get near Syndrome, I'll reveal the last character I'm going to be using for this run. Well, the last character I didn't reveal yet, anyway.
There are very few places left where he could have hidden those wands. We're right on the trail. Don't go giving up now.
Alright, let's do this. These zombie droids I don't have to do. They're just annoying. Pass through these guys like no problem. That cage is not needed. They're just gonna go down this vine here. Wow, way to be rude. So now we're getting a special here because we want to get rid of this giant Omni droid as fast as possible. So I'm gonna grab Mabel here and charge my special. Drop her real quick to push this button,
Walk right in?
and then grab her again.
A house full of Omnidroids.
There we go.
One of them's watching the front door?
Jump through these. Now we're getting into another section that we have to do. I'm just gonna heal here for safety, and then we're just gonna, if I can get to him, I'm going special just to take care of this giant Omni droid. So now we take care of these Omni droids. Because we did that just.
Hey, I don't come
So
into
that
your
takes care of
house and
that
attack
barrier,
your
and then we're
robot
just gonna
army.
keep on going. Still need to deal with these guys. I do have to take out this thing, which luckily Battle Blizzard will take care of no problem. So now we have to dodge these lasers.
The closer we get, those ones can't be far now.
Okay, we're good on that one. Gonna go over here, press this little area here to take care of one of the laser sections. And we're gonna go here and press another button. And look, more Omni droids, but they're not really gonna be necessary. Hi guys. Bye guys. Gonna press this button here and I'll be out of your way. So we're just gonna Battle Blizzard here. And now it's gonna be for some more super jumps like crazy.
Oh, give up. You're never gonna
We have
get
to be
those
really
wands
careful with
back.
this lava because it will hurt. It won't instant kill, but it will hurt like crazy.
Not too bright, I see. No, I'm just
No,
saying that
Syndrome, the
anyone
only
with
thing
half
that's
a
bright
brain
are
would've
the
given up and left
rails.
a long time ago.
Yeah, we know what to do with these Omni droids. We get alone.
never find those wands. Just turn around and save yourself the inevitable defeat.
Ooh.
Man, am I actually.
Not very friendly, are you? Super jump here so I don't get sunken in. Dodge these missiles. These Omni droids we do have to take care of coming up. I'm just gonna here to take smaller ones first. Maybe get the giant one there for a little collateral. And we got the giant one for the collateral. Nice. Okay, and I guess problem. Okay, so I'm gonna grab Mabel here if I can up. So now we have this little volcano section we have to climb.
I just knew it. Check high and
And
low.
there's a button there we have to press for the lava to sink. So I'm gonna let go of Mabel here because I have to do a little bit of climbing. Because again, you can't climb when you're holding something. This also applies to Izzy's run as well later on with her Inside Out run. Which, by the way, if you love this run, you're going to love Izzy's run, especially with the new techniques that were discovered recently. I'm actually looking forward to that, to hopefully that she does well.
Yeah, that run has changed quite a bit in just under a year. Lots of new tech has been found, so definitely be sure to stay tuned for that. And also, we just added a brand new donation incentive. If we can get 100 extra dollars, I will be doing a small glitch showcase at the end of the run to show off some funny looking things that aren't currently done in the run. So if you want to see that, you have like 6 hours left, so be sure to donate for that if you want to see a fun little glitch showcase for the Inside Out playset.
Yeah, and you want to do that because that set is so broken right now, it's not even funny. I mean, it's probably not as broken as, say, Twilight.
It is so funny.
I mean, it's not as broken as probably, say, Twilight of the Republic is, but still.
Here comes trouble. Don't get careless now.
Anyway, I'm just gonna Battle Blizzard through this section here, if I can get off. Thank you. Which, by the way, fun fact, when you do Battle Blizzard with Olaf, as you're doing it, part of his body just comes off, and he's still, like, running away like not a care in the world. Okay, so... we go into... Yep. So this is where I'm gonna switch Olaf off, and this is where the secret character is gonna come in. So yeah, it's gonna be Yoda. And you'll see why I choose him in a second. I need to pick up Mabel to charge a special. Wait for the lava to open up, Moses style. Alright, so we're coming up on, oh, actually, that was kind of close. I'm just gonna wait here for a special to fully charge up, and you'll see why in just a second. Should be 14 if I remember correctly. No, okay, I think it was 16. No, okay, 15. Wait, no, it was 16, because, what are they? Okay, so now we have Syndrome. And I'm gonna say this right now. I don't even know, G-Arbo. I guess Disney Magic, and he has a permafrost too, so... So now, yeah. The reason why I say that this Syndrome's harder is not only because he has a 0-point gauntlet, but he also has 5 sidekicks that he had to deal with. So this is why I chose Yoda to deal with. And just like that, Syndrome is done. So time will be as soon as I as soon as I call it. Let me grab these wands up here.
Now grab those magic
I just gotta wait for Merlin to get done.
And if I didn't say it, well done.
Okay, gonna grab the wands, and then as soon as I essentially like leave the door, and time.
Awesome. GG.
So while we're in the middle of waiting for this cutscene to get done, I'll quickly show off some of the crystal figures I have. Here's Crystal Buzz Lightyear, Crystal Lightning McQueen, and I'm trying to see if I can find the one Sorcerer Mickey real quick while we're in the middle of this cutscene. I really don't know where he is right now.
Just show your entire bin of Disney figures. Just dump it all on your
No,
desk right
I
now.
got it. I got it right here. I just found them. And then here's Crystal Sorcerer Mickey, which funnily enough was my first ever crystal. Because I actually got it as a gift from one of my brothers. They knew how much I loved Disney Infinity. So,
Awesome,
yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for that run. Your final time looks to be 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 11 seconds. So very good run. Thank you so much for this run. This was really
why
fun.
don't you
Yep.
keep this
So
one?
I'm just going to let this cutscene play because
And
I think
now
it's pretty
that I
funny.
have this,
So,
villainous
we have all the
Vam!
villains here.
I'll just take care of these troublemakers once and for all.
So
We'll
Merle is
ask
just
you
gonna like
to
launch them
Bermuda.
out to an unknown area. We'll see it in a second.
Yes, well, I probably could
So
have come up
give
with
them a
more
punishment,
suitable
but
punishment, if I
punishment
considered it
is
for a
that they're in the
moment.
Caribbean vacation. And we see an Omnijoy just essentially just committing suicide, and that's the end of the run. That's the end of the game.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. DerpyTails, where can people find you if they want to check out more of your stuff?
Well, I do have a Twitch. It's twitch.tv/cybertails. I have an Instagram, which is also cybertails. Oh, and real quickly before I continue with the socials, this is what Mickey looks like when you put him on the base. Like, you can see, like, the clear outline. And my last social is twitter.com/tailskirby. Kirby spelled K-R-I-B-Y instead of K-I-R-B-Y.
You can accomplish
And
it.
I'm just gonna let the next run go.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We will be right back. We're going to take a short intermission while we get set up for the next run. Stay tuned. And if you are just joining us, welcome back. This is the fastest place on Earth, the world's first and currently the world's only Disney-only marathon for Disney and Disney Extended Universe games. This is our second event, and we are so happy. This is our second day, our final day of the event. It has been a blast so far, but we still got tons of amazing runs coming up. Next up, we have Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. That is going to be a 100% run, and that is going to be a race between Electric Man and Spaghetti, and that is going to be N64 and PS1, so kind of showing off both versions of that. That is a very fun run. You're definitely going to want to check that out. After that, we are going to be having Finding Nemo, the Continuing Adventures, and that is a GBA game. And after that, I am going to be running Monsters Inc. PS2 any percent on the PS2. That's a very funny run, so definitely check out. There's lots of fun things coming up for the rest of the event, so make sure to stay tuned. And also, we are raising money for a great cause. Prism raises money for LGBTQ youth in Southern Florida. Definitely a great cause to check out, and we have some pretty cool incentives. We got a couple of bid wars going. We got Toy Story 3 Toy Box Mode 100% currently for the character selection. Currently, Buzz Lightyear is in the lead at $25, but you can still choose to donate for Woody or Jessie if you want one of them to be the character chosen for that run. And then we also have our final run of the night, which is Disney's Party, and you can choose the character for that as well, between Goofy, Donald, Minnie, or Mickey. Currently, Goofy is in the lead at $75, with Donald at second place at $5, So if you want to change that, you still have some time, but make sure to get those donations in. And our final donation incentive that we have is the Inside Out Glitch Showcase. That is going to be for my Inside Out run coming later today. If we can get $100 extra, I will show off some pretty fun and pretty broken things in that game. You definitely don't want to miss that, so be sure to donate to that if you can.